Hello there, and a very special welcome to this Phoenix Point development update video. As Phoenix Point is only just over a month away from launch, it's getting very difficult to show you all of the things that are going on in the studio at the moment. Most of the development work happening currently is lots of minute tweaks, polishing, putting all of those little bits together to make the complete game. So instead of doing a text-based development update like we usually do, we decided this time we would do a video showing you the current build. Now this is not Backer Build 5, this is our internal development build, so you will see things here that you haven't seen before. You may see some also bugs and glitches as well, because of course this is a development build, so there's still going to be bugs and things in at this stage. But hopefully we can show you some of the new things that have been added. We're going to start playing through a game almost as if this is a let's play. We will do more of these videos in the future, and the build that we are playing on will actually evolve as we go towards release. So there may be new things added to the build as this series continues. So we are playing through a new game from the beginning with the tutorial enabled, and the first thing that we're going to do is take our Manticore and fly to the first exploration site, where we will go ahead and explore. So let's get that part out of the way first, get ourselves our first scavenging mission. And here we are, exactly as expected. Now this is one of the first things that you are going to notice has been added since Backer Build 5 after clicking this button. And there we are, our first revealed cutscene of the Manticore coming into land. Hasn't had the sound effects added to that yet, but you do get the opportunity there to see what the cutscene is going to look like. You'll also notice that some of the user interface has changed slightly. The edges of the map are now a little bit more obvious with this red outline. You normally only see it when you've got the cursor close to the edge of the map, and no longer, it's difficult to see on this because it's a night mission, but no longer do you have that sort of grey drop-off area around the edges of the map. The map borders have been replaced. You'll also notice down in the bottom left-hand corner we have individual soldier portraits down here. And another thing that you will notice that has changed from Backer Build 5 is that we now have the addition of the extra soldier bots, the extra voice pack. So you will hear multiple different voice variations. Let's go through and get this mission done relatively quickly if we can. We can't see any enemies straight away, which is always a good sign. Doesn't mean there aren't any around, so we do still need to be cautious. So we'll move some people into cover, and I'll keep quiet so you can hear some of the soldier barks.
Receiving loud and clear. Let's do this.
I'm here. Holding position.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Let's try and get our sniper into a useful position if possible. It's going to be difficult for him right now.
Let's roll.
Or her, I should say. And finally we have our heavy.
All set.
Let's just get him up near the front.
Double time.
Although we are using a female portrait there, so you can do this in customization. This is another thing that has been added in to this current development build, so I'll be showing you that as well. There we go, nothing particularly threatening from the enemies on this turn. So let's just go ahead and move up.
On the move. I'm here.
This is a night mission, so it does make spotting enemies a little more difficult.
What's our plan? Repositioning, prioritizing speed.
Here. Moving. 5 by 5. dashing ahead.
And we have our first enemy. He's actually just attacking a supply crate. That's fine by me. Oh, there's two of them there. You're also just attacking. Okay, so we're probably going to lose that supply crate. Oh, wow. 3 crabmen all nicely nestled together. I think there's actually... No, there is only 3. If we can get a grenade in there, that would be fantastic. But they might be a little bit too embedded in there. We'll see what we can do.
5 by 5.
Do have a line of sight with our sniper, so we should
Taking aim.
probably see what we can do here. So you will also notice now that this interface has updated a little bit as well. So you can actually see the individual body parts. They're highlighted on the screen without me even having to mouse over them. And again, everything on this interface is still being tweaked and fine-tuned, but it does make it a little bit easier to see what the body parts are. I'm just going to go right ahead and aim at the torso, I think, for this guy. Yeah, I think we're just going to go and get the torso. And we actually missed. That was unfortunate. Not too sure what happened there. Could be a little bug. Certainly are to be expected. Right, let's try and get some units a little bit closer to these guys. Now, they do have grenade launchers, so we do have to be a little bit careful. Try and keep in some cover if possible.
I'm here. Moving to coordinates.
Not sure whether these guys are going to stick their head out, so let's go ahead and put a nice wide Overwatch cone in there. You probably do have a shot from here. I mean, this will act as cover from this position. So, this is a very narrow shot gap to try and shoot through, but let's see if some of the bullets land. Okay, we did manage to get some damage in there. That's fine. I will accept that. And let's also start moving forward with a couple more people as well. We'll end the turn there, let them do their thing. They'll probably just prioritise trying to attack the crates, which is what the enemy tries to do on scavenging missions, unless they're directly under threat, in which case they will try and defend themselves, but yeah, they're just going to try and go after that supply crate. That's good for me. Fewer attacks to worry about. Let's see if we have a little bit better luck with our sniper this time around. Try and find ourselves a line of sight. Always nice if you can stay in cover, so we can probably get a hit in from here.
Ready to fire.
And we could just go straight for the head. There we go. That was a very good shot. Wasn't quite the kill shot we were hoping for, but there's a significant amount of damage nonetheless.
I'm here.
Now, we do have a good line of fire with our assault. Let's just go and try and shoot in the back of this Arthron. Arthron, I should say. Oh, that was actually good. That worked out for us. And we can take a second shot. Now, that one's pretty deep in. There's a lot of stuff in front of him with the wall and with that supply crate. So that's not going to work out for us. We'll hit tab. Can't quite hit the second target because there is a wall in the way. We know where it is. We could try and just shoot through the wall if we wanted to, but that isn't really going to benefit us. There we go. So just move the camera back around, and now we can poke around the corner. So let's go and take this shot. Better than expected. Certainly more of those shots landed than I was expecting to happen, so I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and try and move this assault forwards as well. I'm a little bit concerned. Don't like grouping all of my soldiers together if I can help it. Can't really get anywhere where I can hit with the heavy. Now, we are still making balance passes and tweaking those things at the moment. So, we are addressing things like the heavy having a relatively low movement. That is one of the complaints that that you guys have brought up, and we are mindful. We do check our forums, we read through all the bug reports, so we do take on board the suggestions and the feedback that we get from you guys, and that is being used in our balance passing to try and make sure that everything is fair and fun at the same time. Let's go ahead and end that turn. There shouldn't be too many enemies on this particular mission, as it is just a basic tutorial mission. No, he did actually leave that one alone. I'm quite happy about that. He's backed off a little bit because he knows that I can potentially hit him, but still need to try and get a line of sight on him. He's running. He's being a problem.
Let's do this.
Might have a line of sight from here. Whether or not we'll be able to get a very good shot. In fact, we probably can. There we go. He's down. We know there's at least one more at the back that kind of ran off when we shot him earlier on. So we do need to go and track him down. Let's make sure we do have some overwatch in this area. And we'll start moving up with you as well.
Right there.
Not a bad thing to have a double overwatch going.
Hold position.
And let's start moving up with our sniper.
I'm prepared.
What are you doing there? You can't really do anything much. And we can move in with the heavy, I suppose. Heavy's nice and armoured, so he'll give us some forward vision. And we actually have, unfortunately, a mind fragger. So we need to deal with that. Because that has put our heavy in a bit of a bind. Luckily, we're close by with our sniper. So let's just switch to our pistol. We'll run right over next to the heavy. We'll use the pistol. We will manually aim this, and we can just shoot that straight off. There we go. Our heavy is fine. All good.
Ready.
Now, these things usually come in packs, so there's... Yep, there we go. There's another one. There's never usually one mind fragger on their own. Well, that wasn't as good a shot as I was hoping for.
5 by 5.
We could try and run away a little. We might be able to get a shot in with this assault if we move forwards a little. Let's move to there. By climbing up the ladder and jumping back down. Still the most direct route. That's going to be quite a distance away. I'm not really confident that's going to hit. So what I'm going to do is actually overwatch there. And we'll do a nice narrow cone. Well, not too narrow. Let's just rotate the map around a little so I can see what I'm doing. We'll narrow this cone down a little and place it there. Hopefully that will hit if it moves. And let's go ahead and move forwards with our final assault. Again, there's nothing wrong with having another overwatch there just in case that mind fragger moves in. Let's go ahead and end the turn. It has moved into the cone, but it was behind cover, which is the reason why we didn't get to shoot at it. We didn't actually have a clear line of sight. So, we can still deal with that by moving back over here with our sniper. We've still got our pistol equipped.
Taking aim.
So, we'll go and do a manual shot. Now, I'm kind of behind them here, but the great thing with our accuracy and at this range, it's very, very hard to miss. And that may have been the last enemy on the map. And there we go. So, we have dealt with everything. So you'll notice slight difference from Backer Build 5. There's now a bit more animation, a bit more polish on this mission end screen. Again, it's still not completely finished. Sound effects and things still need to be added to this, but it is definitely all getting there. We can see that 2 of our soldiers have leveled up. And here we are with the scavenging site cleared. We can see that we have recovered 200 materials, and we have also recovered a magazine for a pistol. Excellent. So now we have a mission to return to base, and it wants us to go to the equipment tab of our personnel. So let's go ahead and do that. This is just the tutorial explaining to us how the inventory works. We did another video that covered that on one of our Phoenix Point for XCOM Van videos on our YouTube channel. And then we have our training tab, which is where we can spend any skill points that we have for our various soldiers. If we go and have a look at the people who have leveled up, so for example our sniper, we could give them extreme focus. Overwatch cost is reduced by 1 action point. That is always nice. Let's go ahead and grab that. And we also have a couple of level ups here on our assault. So dash. Dash is a particularly useful move. Don't necessarily need handgun proficiency. So let's go ahead and take the dash. Return fire. Return fire is an amazing skill to have. Basically free shots when you are attacked. And I think those are the only level ups that we have at the moment. So another tab that we have here now is the Customize screen. Again, this is still a work in progress. We're still putting in the final details here. You can hide the soldier's helmet so you can actually see their appearance. And for every soldier, you can manually change the name by clicking on their name up here at the top of the screen. That's been in for quite a while. But you can now switch between a male or female body type. Then you can change the head model. There's a number of various different options for the head. You have a number of different hairstyles in already. You have facial hair as well. You can change the hair color. Nice red. This guy's looking a little bit Viking. You can change the eye color as well. Just about see it on this video. You have the option to change between the different soldier voice packs.
I'm here.
Still alive.
Let's show 'em what we can do.
I was born ready.
I'm prepared.
Let's show 'em what we can. I was born ready.
And we can also change the armor colors should we wish to. So we can have this guy in some nice dashing pinks and purples. The red and white looks quite cool. And we also have armor patterns as well, so you can actually change the texture on the armor. And again, this is all going to be slightly different for the different classes because they will have different armor versions available. So we can go through some of the different female faces and some of the different female hairstyles. You can rotate on this screen as well if you want to have a better look at your soldier's appearance from a different direction. And again, we can go in and change the hair color. Some of the hair colors are actually quite extreme. We've got the female voice packs here.
Let's show 'em what we can do.
I can make a difference.
What do you need? My turn.
Ready.
Ready.
So we can choose the voice pack. And again, we can change the color of the armor. And again, the armor patterns as well. So we do have customization. It's still not fully implemented yet. We are still adding more stuff to this, but the start of it is in there and ready to go. Let's head back to the geoscape, and we have our next objective, which is to go and explore the final site that we can see on the map. And with the last Arthron down, the mission is over. We've got a few more level ups on our soldiers. Let's head back to the geoscape. This time around, we recover some tech, we recover some food. We've also got some ammo for the heavies cannon, some armor, and a sniper rifle magazine as well. Nice. So now we're getting our tutorial messages about stamina recovery, and we need to head back over to base. We will recover our stamina here. This is the good end point for this video. As I said at the start, we will be continuing this series and showing you some of the new additions as we work through. And we are really excited to be on the home straight with Phoenix Point, and we can't wait to deliver the finished game to you in just over a month's time in early December. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.